So I had a bit of time, so I thought I'd do a quick catch up with you in the car. Sorry for the shiny mess. Not a great look for me today. It's a tad warm, and then carrying the bump means that you have extra radiators on you at all times. But I'm now 36 weeks. So actually 36 weeks and 36 plus 4. So I turned 37 weeks on Saturday, and today is Wednesday. And it's really strange because it's now beginning to dawn on me that obviously I've known all along that it's going to come to an end, but it really is beginning to come to an end. Silly little things are running out. So my vitamins, my pregnancy vitamins that you have to take all the way through, I'm now down to literally the final 2 weeks worth, and there's going to be no point buying any more because they're not cheap, let's be honest. So no, I won't be purchasing any more, but you just look at them and then you think, oh god, I've only got 2 weeks left of them. I'm running out of tummy butters now. I've got like about 3 to use, so don't get me wrong, I'm not going to run out completely. But whereas before, as you had stacks and you were kind of keep an eye out on offers on different things, now I've got some creams for after to help with stretch marks, but I'm running out of the pre-birth stretch mark cream, so that's a bit odd. All my maternity wear is pretty much kind of winter stuff because obviously I've been pregnant over the winter period. So as it's getting a bit warmer, I'm then thinking, oh god, I really could do with like t-shirts or something. But again, it's pointless buying anything because it's not going to be for much longer. And the same with having the bump. I'm not going to profess to ever be one of them people who loved being pregnant. I appreciate the lucky position that I'm in. But pregnancy is really, really tough. The first trimester, I wasn't sick, so that was a bonus. I don't know how people who have extreme sickness deal with it. I didn't have that, thank the Lord. But I did start having the SPD pain quite early on. I got really bad stomach cramps and backache, and heartburn. And then I also got that really, and still today, I'll say, that was my worst cold I've ever had, and it's at a period when I can't take anything for it. And I just felt generally lousy, which I know is normal, absolutely normal, but I didn't enjoy that. They then say your energy picks up in the middle. My energy, so from 12 weeks onwards, your energy should pick up. Mine probably didn't pick up till about 15, 16 weeks. And probably only lasted till about 30 weeks. But then that's then when I developed the SPD. Which we've managed. And to be fair, if that's the only complication I've had, then that's not bad. But all in all, I don't feel I've bloomed. There have been other people around me who are pregnant who I can look at them and go, yeah, you look really good. You look really good with a bump. Whereas I think because I've had different support belts, my waddles because of the SPD, I've had to wear flat shoes, and being quite short, I felt quite dumpy for a lot of the pregnancy. One thing I have found, which has really surprised me, is I've actually become more body confident as the pregnancy has progressed. I've actually begun to like my body shape. It's wriggling about, you can hear me talking about it. And my change in body shape when it actually got there, but again, right at the beginning, my boobs got massive, which for some people will be a huge boost, but for me they just got in the way and they were really sore, and I just looked really tubby right at the beginning until I actually got a proper bump, which I'm sure is the same for a lot of people. But I did feel very dumpy for a lot of the pregnancy. But yeah, now it's coming to the end, and now I've actually, like I say, become quite body confident, and quite content with my bump, quite happy with my body shape. I feel like I've really connected with the baby, so I know what sets it off in the morning, like when it's the hairdryer and the toothbrush. They still go. I like feeling the wriggles at night. Alright, it's running out of room and it's getting quite painful when it moves. It really does feel like knuckles are being like dug in under your skin. But yeah, I quite like having my little buddy with me all the time, and it happening at times that people are completely oblivious to. And it is weird because I don't know whether my bump is any tighter than anyone else's, but it feels really tight. And it's pretty much every time the baby moves now, you see it. It's not just, oh, sometimes you see a bulge. You see the bulge every single time, no matter what it's doing. So obviously it's a source of amusement for quite a few people in meetings, and and it's probably more of a source of amusement for me to actually, I watch their reaction. I obviously don't say anything, but you can see people noticing, kind of going, which I just find hilarious. So yeah, it's a bit strange really to think it's coming to an end. I really thought things were beginning to move last night, and it did set me in a bit of a panic. My stomach was rock hard, really rock hard, and I could feel the baby pushing. It has been pushing down a lot anyway, but it was pushing down a lot more than it ever has done before. And there was a lot of build up of pressure, and I had a couple of stomach cramps. So I kind of got myself in a bit of a panic of, oh my god, is this it? This can't be it. I'm 36 weeks. This is too early. You know, I've not finished work. I'm not ready. I didn't really know what to do with myself really. I didn't know where to put myself. But that then eased. So perhaps that was just a really strong Braxton Hicks. I don't know. I'm beginning to get all my hospital bags are now ready, as is the baby's bag. The car seat is in the car, which you can see behind me. I'm really impressed with myself. I fitted the Isofix base myself. Go me. And put the car seat in, the little jacket in, the blanket is already in the car seat as well. I wasn't intentionally keeping the car seat in the car. It was just so I knew how to fit it into the Isofix base, and I've just not taken it out. But I might as well keep it there for now anyway. I've ordered some aromatherapy oil, so they should come today, which should then help me as and when labour begins. So I've ordered some lavender and some clary sage, which can help to stimulate your contractions and make sure they're effective contractions. But also clary sage is supposedly meant to help with pain relief, and lavender is meant to relax and calm. So we'll give those a go. So you just put them on like a damp flannel or something and smell them throughout, or put them in a burner or something. So we'll give those a go. And then I also went to go and see my friend who had a baby last night. So I think you've talked to, or she didn't have the baby last night, I saw her last night. I think I've spoken to you about the fact that there was a girl at work who's pregnant at the same time as me. She had her baby at 37 plus 4. So 37 weeks and 4 days. She's had a little boy called Leo, and I went to go and see her last night. He is the most adorable thing ever. He still looked so newborn, and he wasn't quite back up to his birth weight at that point when I saw him last night. So pretty much, because I'll be 37 weeks on Saturday, the size of Leo when I was holding him is the size of the baby that's in me, and I just could not get my head around that whatsoever. And funnily enough, the same thing happened this time that happened last time when I held a baby, and Bambino inside me went absolutely berserk, kicking and punching and whatever. So I think we have a jealous one on our hands. But it was lovely to see her, and yeah, quite surreal that in a couple of weeks that will be that will be me, and quite daunting really. But no, it was really nice to see her too, and to think, yeah, I'll be part of the mummy club soon. Other big news, which I'm not too keen on, my maternity cover's been recruited. I knew it was going to have to happen. And it's a she. She starts on Monday. I do know of her. I've never actually worked with her before, but I know of her within kind of the world in which I work. So I'm sure she will look after my job absolutely fine and keep things in order while I'm gone. But it's just never, I've been quite career focused all the way through my life, and to think that someone is going to be doing my job, it doesn't sit well with me. And I don't think it's something that's ever really discussed. There's a fear that someone's going to be better than you. There's a fear that your colleagues are going to prefer them to you. But at the same time, you also don't want someone who's rubbish, because then you're going to have to pick up that rubbish when you come back, and you're going to be sleep deprived, let alone everything else. So it's a really odd kind of situation to be in, really. But I know it's something that's, you know, gonna have to happen. But so far, yeah, that is all I have to update you on. I'll give you a bit of a bump shot when I get home later, because I'm certain it has dropped again. I think it was on the move last night. I do have a midwife appointment tomorrow, so obviously I'll update you on that. It's Easter term at the moment, so my mum is off, so I think my mum has said, oh, I'll come with you if you want. So I think she's just going to come along, and it'll be interesting for her to see kind of what happens. And then after that, at that point, it's either my appointments are either then weekly or every other week. I can't quite remember. I think they're weekly now because it's our first baby. So I'll then see a midwife every week, so we can then see the progress and they can keep track of where everything is with the baby. But yeah, that's all there is to tell you right now. So I had a spare few minutes, so I thought I'd give you a quick update. Hello. So just while I remember, I thought I'd do a quick 36-week update. So I don't know whether you think that's dropped or not. I kind of think it has somewhat. There's definitely a lot more baby down here than up here. I'm quite sizable now. Quite a sizable bump. Hence why I'm out of breath all of the time. So yeah, there's not really a lot to report. I feel like there's a bit more room up here. It certainly is a lot weightier down here, and when I sit, it really does like touch my thighs when I'm sitting down. I can feel, whereas before I never ever had that, so it feels like it's certainly dropping. But we have the midwife tomorrow, so we will see. But yes, that is now my 36-week bump. Hello. So excuse the state of me. I'm in my comfies now already, and I'm home. Yes, I am wearing Mark's t-shirt. I've done a rookie error and put both sets, I've only got two, both sets of my maternity pyjamas in the wash. So I had nothing to wear, so I've been sleeping in his t-shirt last night, and we'll do again tonight. So I've just shoved that on with my tracksuit bottoms. So excuse me looking so rough. But it was just to fill you in on my maternity appointment, really. There's not a lot to report. I saw the community midwife today, because mine couldn't fit me in, but it happens to be a midwife I've seen before. And what's nice is I might actually see her like after the baby, so that might be quite nice. She had a feel around. Baby's still engaged, although I'm getting quite confused now, because I mentioned she didn't say how far engaged it was, so I just happened to say, oh, last time I came it was 2/5 engaged. Has it changed at all? It feels like it's changed. And I mentioned how I've been experiencing quite a lot of I guess they are Braxton Hicks. But before, when I've had Braxton Hicks, it's been a tightening of the stomach and then releasing, whereas this week, last few nights, has been a tightening of the stomach and releasing, but actual with like stomach cramps, to the point where you just thought oh, like, is this a start of something? And I was really, I think it was last night, I was really, really uncomfortable. There was a lot of pressure pushing down. I was then getting the stomach cramps, and I was feeling quite restless. I couldn't sit. I didn't quite know what to do with myself. And then I was beginning to panic of, oh my God, is this it? This can't be it, because I'm 36 weeks. This is far too early. And they continued then throughout the night. But obviously they've now materialised into nothing. But she said that they were practice contractions, so yeah, nothing to worry about. But yeah, anyway, back to the engagement. I said, oh, it was 2/5 engaged last time. She said, oh yes, that's right. On your notes it says 3/5. So I was like, oh, okay, perhaps I misheard last time. I don't know. And then this time she said, oh yeah, it's about 3/5 still this time. So it doesn't really mean a lot. We still don't really know when it's coming. Everything's fine. Heartbeat was fine. All in a good position. Yada, yada, yada. But if you read my notes, it now says I'm 4/5 engaged. So, and then if you Google it, it does state that different midwives do it different, or different midwife areas do it differently. So sometimes what they write is how much of the head they feel. So say they feel 4/5, then it means you're 1/5 engaged, because 1/5 of it is in the pelvis and they can't feel it. But sometimes they write that you're 4/5 engaged because they can only feel 1/5 of the head. So it is up to each midwife group as to how they do it, really. So I'm kind of more confused than ever. Not that it really matters. It's just the planning in me, in the fact that I just want to know what's going on. I've planned for everything that I possibly can now. You know, I've sorted the house, I've sorted the bags, I've sorted the nursery, I've sorted out all baby stuff. But I just feel like a chicken, or that I just want to know, like, am I risking it going up until 38 weeks and 4 days? Should I have listened to everybody else and stopped at 37, which is what I'll be at the weekend? Am I running a gauntlet, which I guess theoretically, yes, I am, for 10 days, that it could come while I'm still working. I really don't think it's going to happen at work, or certainly I only work around the corner, and if there are any kind of beginnings of things, then, you know, I can soon come home. It's not going to, you know, I'm not going to start labouring, give birth in half an hour kind of thing. Or am I doing the right thing of just keep going, because we're going to go up until 42 weeks anyway? I don't know. And it's all this unknown that drives me insane. I swing from being really excited and let's just get on with this now. And, you know, yeah, I can do this, I'm ready, to then having complete enough of freakouts of, I don't want to do this no more, I'm really scared. It's just the unknown, isn't it? Just the absolute unknown. But I guess time will tell. So Saturday I turn 37 weeks. I will be full term. I will have been pregnant for 9 whole months. And potentially there could still be another 5 weeks to go up until 42 weeks. But there's not really a lot else for me to tell you, really. So I think I'll leave it there. So that is it for 36 weeks, and I'll catch up with you next week when I turn full term at 37 weeks. Okay, I'll see you then. Bye!